and welcome to Check Out This Guy, the podcast where we sometimes say things we don't mean. Hi, I'm Izzy. You can call me she or he.
I'm Morg. My pronouns are they, he, and that won't mean anything to our guest because that episode hasn't come out yet. But yeah, we do have a guest today. It's a returning guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Call me Queen. I'm James.
Queen James.
Welcome, Queen James.
I'm bowing. I'm bowing.
I'm sure that would be a better Bible.
True.
Well, I think King James was actually queer and wrote that version of the Bible to get people to get off his back. Not in that way.
I'm glad we're starting this off with a bang.
Yeah. All right. What's the topic this week? Let's get into this.
Yeah. Is it the same one you put in the thingy?
Yeah. Basically, the topic is, basically making anthropifying objects to make them into guys.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Will this involve mentally scarring small children or going to Mars?
What are you talking about?
Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster.
I've literally seen that movie and I was like, what? What are you saying?
Well, to be fair, that was one of the sequels.
Uh-huh.
True.
Yeah, but that's why I said two things to make it clearer.
That's why people were scarred more by the angry heater, right? So
the heater?
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Ignore me.
So it's this topic is interesting because it is very common with people with certain neurodivergences to basically give personality to inanimate objects.
Yeah, true. Even just I feel like even just the instinct to anthropomorphize things is in general common. You're just maybe more likely to turn it into a guy with certain neurodivergences, because I definitely know people who are I look at the plug in the wall and it looks like a person's face.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of the ones that you think of first are Brave Little Toaster, the Beauty and the Beast with everyone who were turned into objects and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think, that is a thing, to turn a person into an object.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Turn an object into a person.
Yeah.
True. I guess this is not quite the TF episode.
Let's just agree to not mention any films from 2016 and we'll be good.
Wait, 2016?
Don't.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. All I'm thinking about is aeromorphs and stuff. That's what I thought you were gonna go in that direction.
Oh yeah, that's also aeromorphs, and I saw one person make an anthro out of a car. So automorph is a thing too.
Yeah.
This is kind of some interpretations of the Cars franchise, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a step beyond Cars.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not. It's not the Cars franchise. Also, I made Sodomorphs.
Oh.
Some years ago. put in voice text stuff.
Oh my gosh. The second one is like a Pepsi.
They're both Pepsi.
Oh, they're both Pepsi. Okay. Okay, yeah.
One on the left, Fizzy, is like cream cherry Pepsi.
Oh.
One on the right is Crystal.
Ah,
And
yes.
his name's Shake.
Fake the crystal.
Yeah. I remember the days of the original release of Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah. There's I mean, who knows if it's any good now with the re-release or whatever, but I associate.
It's been a while since I've had one of the re-releases around here, at least.
Yeah, same.
Around where, but I did enjoy them.
Yeah. Is it kind of a buff guy because of like Pepsi Man? A little bit.
Buff gal.
I'm sorry. Are they both gals?
Yes.
Izzy and Shake.
It's a lesbians thing.
Hell yeah. Are they together? Are the soda people together here?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Mork sees two characters and is instantly, are they a couple?
No, James was literally like, it's a lesbian thing. And I'm like, well, maybe. This isn't me just pulling this shit again, I promise.
James, so that you're aware, I had two characters that were not in a relationship and ended up in a relationship because of Morg teasing me.
I feel like I've seen not like soda morphs, but I've seen like various like sweet drinks, like maybe like an off-brand soda, like a flavored soda. I feel like I've seen, but a lot of times they end up being like animals on top of being something else.
I mean, Pokemon and Digimon do that.
True. That's kind of the, when I think of object guys, I think of like Chandelure, the Pokemon who is a chandelier and a ghost at the same time.
There's
like,
a keyring one too, right?
Yeah. Klefki is like a fairy that's like inside of a ring of keys. Rotom possesses like electronic equipment, microwave, or I guess oven. I don't know. It's pretty small, but fridge, lawnmower. It's like silly, but it's fun. And yeah, that's like a lot of times that's like possessing them. But there are a couple that are like inspired by, like I was joking about Aeromorphs before, but like Latios and Latias are kind of Pokemon Aeromorphs in a way. Like, you know, they're dragons that look like planes. And yeah, there's a couple other plane Pokemon too, like Togekiss kind of looks like a plane a little bit. But yeah, that's a lot of
How they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta remember, I don't know Pokemans.
No, I know. I was just thinking about it because I was trying to think of like how many planes are there, because like those are the ones I think of. But
oh god, the Mega Evolution is even more so.
Of Latios, yeah, they kind of, yeah. They're like they look more like modern planes that way.
Yeah. Sorry, James. I'm easily distracted.
I just deal with that on my streams. Just people being easily distracted on everything.
Yeah.
There's also a variant which I call object heads, where the heads of the person is an object.
Oh yeah.
Like Sweet Captain Cakes in Deltarune. I mean, Deltarune in general is deals with a lot of turning objects into guys.
Trying to remember, because I think of like there's a lot of like card-based guys in Deltarune.
In the chapter 1 and chapter 2, it's like computers and electronics and email and spam.
Yeah, Spamton being spam.
Does the stuff like from quite a while back that was popular for a while, where it was like anthropomorphized OSs and stuff like that? Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like levels to it, kind of like how there's levels to like, a cat girl versus an anthropomorphic cat like furry creature. Like there's, how much is it like, oh, they're inspired by, and how much is it like, oh, that's just them as a fully object head or something. A lot of object head I think of, it's my friend has a computer object head character named Sprite. And she, I think Sprite uses she, her. The creator uses they, them, Magenta, but, I don't remember what Sprite uses specifically, but like Sprite is also like how Magenta like performs their music. They like put a computer on their head to like do their music. It's cool. But like, yeah, so that's what, whenever I think of object heads, I think of Sprite. You can probably link Sprite's whole deal because Magenta is a cool musician, but I feel like computer heads are like fairly common.
Yeah. I was going to list some Toho characters as well, but that kind of goes into certain Japanese things about if an object exists long enough, it like gets a soul or something.
Ooh, I've heard of that. That's like yeah. Maybe it has to do with the religion or something. But I don't know Toho that well. Like I know the music more than anything. So I don't know the object characters.
There's one that's an umbrella, which is the common Japanese yokai thing.
Yeah.
And actually I remembered something I think some time ago some of the religious people of that religion said that, well, if it uses electricity, it won't get one of those things. It won't become a live thing or something.
Oh, interesting. So like so an umbrella could, but like a computer wouldn't?
Well, according to those people.
Right.
That I heard about some time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously it's kind of like animism, which is the whole like when objects have souls. It's kind of all over the place, but like yeah, the one you're talking about specifically. That's interesting though. Cuz you think of like when you think of like characters and stuff in media, you think the ones that like get souls first, I'm putting like quotes around it, are like the robot-y guys,
Oh yeah.
And the whole like, what is a human?
A miserable pile of secrets.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I think of the umbrella guy. I know that is a thing already, but I think of it as like one of the little icons in TKO for fucking Jackbox. I'm like, oh yeah, one of those guys. I'm very cultured. I actually did not know Toho had object people for some reason.
Neither did I. But I also know very little about it other than it's it has a lot of fan material, and the main games are bullet hell shooters with really good music.
Yeah, that's mostly what I know too. Then there's also like an interesting thing of like, would a plant character be considered an object guy? Or would they be more like a plant furry? That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Like, how would you categorize? I guess it doesn't really matter, but if you were like talking about object guys, would like, is an executor an object Pokemon or no?
I mean, there's just that's like
Yeah, like it's not like these aren't like the burning questions of all time. It's more just like me speculating on like,
Well, I like, if I may, like, I think that there's a difference between objects and versus the inanimate classification.
oh yeah, true. It's like, oh, this was, you could say like, oh, a tree is inanimate, but calling it like an object is maybe not correct. Depends on who you talk to, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. But then it's also like, would a ghost Pokemon be actually an inanimate object, or is it because, oh, they're possessing it, so it's different?
No, a ghost would be an inanimate non-object.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
animate non-object, I think.
No,
Me,
no, that
me writing, nodding, taking notes. Sorry. I keep like steering this, but I guess it is like just a discussion about object guys, but
no. Well, I mean, Morgan and I have had this debate in another context, which is why I'm a little giggly about this.
I don't even know.
Animate means something being alive. So part of ghosts is they dead.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm talking about Pokemon, which is different.
Then you get into life after death stuff, and that's all screwy.
Right.
Check out this guy where we examine the big philosophical questions.
God damn it. I can't get into this because I can't be like, oh, there's a strict definition here, because otherwise I'd be like, as a biology major, blah, blah, blah. And that like does not matter here at all. They're just guys. Ghosts are guys too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to tell us about these object lesbians?
Yeah, okay.
Can't believe you're objectifying these lesbians.
Shut up.
Well, Left Fizzy is like the first one I made, and like, yeah, she's supposed to be like fat and stuff. While Shake is like the athletic one.
Mm-hmm.
I did that because the Crystal Pepsi kind of has this look of like it's supposed to be invoking athletic. It felt like it was supposed to be an athletic thing.
Yeah.
Even though it's just soda. And I wanted to do a thing, BN for both of them, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, fizzy, trans, shake, cis.
Mm-hmm. What's at the end of the tail? Like, is that like a that's a can?
I was gonna ask the same questions, like, why is that feature there?
Yeah, it's basically the cap.
Oh, it's the cap, like on the bottle. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like, I recognized it as the cap, but I also have a soda bottle in front of me.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is that the can? But no, that makes way more sense. Okay. Yeah, I do not. I just have a little kombucha bottle because I'm bougie, I guess. No. Although now I'm thinking about like what a like a kabocha object character would be. Probably just like one of those like new age people.
A drunken master.
There's not that much fermentation in it. Very, 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 very little.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're a master instead of just a drunken.
Fair enough.
Kombucha Brewing Slender Man.
Ooh.
That I took that idea from Glittermitten Grove, actually.
I don't. Glitterman, that sounds familiar, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Oh, it's a treat. I'm just gonna link it and, like, watch it after the stream. Someone's playthrough of it.
It's part of okay. It's part of another game. That's why I know. I was like, this sounds familiar, but I've never actually played it by itself. But I have heard of it, yes. I'm more familiar with it being part of Frog Fractions too and stuff. It's funny.
Oh, one person I watch has, like... One person I watch, super great friend, also does LP, and one of their... They have, like, a sort of mascot called LP Bot, which is... Yeah, a guy with, like, a TV head.
Oh, yeah! LP Bot. That's cute. Is it a TV? Is it more of a computer? I guess...
TV.
Yeah.
Because it has the antennae.
Oh, like an old TV. That's fun.
Mascots are basically that whole making a guy out of an object thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a ton of those mascots. Like, you know, I think of the big mascots in like Japan. They have a lot of those guys. Mm-hmm. Like, if there is if there's something to buy, there's a guy for it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole looking for something now.
Uh-oh. Because we only really have mascots here for like sports, and they're usually like some kind of animal, but there are a couple object ones, like the Met guy, Mr. Met. He's just a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michelin Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, he is. I'm gonna direct you to the guest chat to see Dintman.
Dintman?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dint?
Yeah, like dental.
Oh, he's a fucking tooth. Oh no.
Fucking tooth. He's a fucking tooth that's like a tokusatsu character looking dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Yeah. This is from a Tumblr post. Or not Tumblr, the other thing. The dead one. My patience today is my birthday. Your gift to me is white, healthy teeth. Bless me with a new toothbrush and fluoride toothpaste.
That's fun. I'm so used to seeing like the like very like cartoony ones that I didn't recognize it as a tooth at first because I was like, that's just a tokusatsu guy.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like so many dentist things have like talking and walking teeth. Like that's such a thing.
Oh fuck, I just remembered that. Yeah, I remembered an early episode of Rugrats with, like, Tommy having a dream sequence about the bottle and not wanting to use the cup.
And the cup was alive? Yeah, I think I remember that episode too. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, YouTube Poop of Wow It's Made 5 has a few of those.
It's kind of interesting because, like, I don't think about, like, how many, like, objects are guys unless I'm talking about them, you know? Like, just like in cartoons and shit. But Izzy posted a candy villain for the toothbrush guy in the guest chat too.
Yeah.
And he's just this gentleman in a suit with a cat with like one of those candies with like the little twisty ends, but like his these scary ass eyes in the middle.
Really? Because they kind of look like done with this shit eyes to me.
Yeah, but like from afar, like close up, they look like done with shit eyes. But when I first looked at them, I thought they were because the picture's a little bit small and my fucking glasses need to be cleaned. I thought he was just staring with them. So it was way scarier until I zoomed in and I was like, oh, he just looks fucking bored, actually.
Oh god, I just remembered Earthbound has quite a few of objects literally coming to life.
They have like mimics and stuff, right? Like I feel like mimics are literally just object guys in magical places or
Kind of, but I mean Earthbound, like objects just come to life and attack you.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit different, but now I'm kind of interested in making my own object guy, but like I wouldn't even know what object to make. There's so many objects in the world.
There are.
Why not base it off this walking attraction sign?
Oh my god. That's a fucking that's like kind of cryptid core right there.
Yeah.
Especially because it doesn't have anything on it. Like it doesn't have any of the attractions on it. It's just walking towards you.
Yeah. The whole post shows more stuff with it. It's in like an Earthbound style battle.
Yeah. I wonder how many cryptids are just like objects people like see in the corner of their eye. Like, you know, you hear about like the Loch Ness monster being like driftwood and stuff. I also like the idea that like what if some of them are hiding as driftwood and they're not actually.
Oh, like stick bugs?
Yeah, but like big and scary. But you're right. Yeah, stick bugs. I got stick bugged. Being vocally stick bugged. You're so right though. But yeah, I guess I was thinking of a scary version of stick bug. I guess it does depending on who you ask. Stick bugs are the scary versions of stick bugs. Man, I feel like there's like a pretty deep well for just like shit you look around your room and you're like, that's alive now. But like you could do something cool with it.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I just thought of something.
Oh no.
And that thing is VeggieTales.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You know, that's a question, right? Like, are vegetables objects? But yes, I would probably say so. At least if they're off the plant. But yeah, that's kind of funny. I have VeggieTales a lot in my mind, so it's kind of funny I didn't think about that because I was playing a tabletop game where I was a VeggieTales character.
Wow.
That's gonna probably be a future episode. Maybe I can convince the DM to come on, but yeah. So I am not unfamiliar with vegetable based guys. Oh man. But part of me also is like, what if I made a little soda guy to be friends with James's little soda guys?
I did see my grape soda earlier and thought this could be a guy or something.
I like those like Ramoon soda, like the glass bottles with the little bead in them. I bet that could be a cool guy.
Yeah.
They're like a fun shape that I feel like you can turn into something there. Yeah, if anyone like if anyone listening is like, I want to draw a Ramoon bottle guy, I can commission you, maybe. I think that would be funny. Would he be fragile? Would he be made out of glass? Now that's a question.
He'd be emotionally fragile.
Just like me for real.
They'd have that bead rattling around in there.
Yeah, that's fun. Like, is that part of them or is that just inside of them? You know, like, is that like a weird appendage inside, like an eye or something?
I want to say the character is actually just the bead,
Ooh,
but
okay.
they can't get around on their own, and that's why they have the entire rest of the form that's made from the bottle.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that a lot. Oh, that does make me think the Kool-Aid Man is also an object guy, huh? Because, yeah, literally. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more of these than we thought.
yeah.
And I just realized some guys are just triangles.
So, sometimes you look at a guy and he's just a triangle. So true.
Yeah, like Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Oh.
sense.
Oh, I was thinking like inverted triangle body shape.
I was just thinking you were looking at a guy and you're like, wow, that guy's a triangle. And not just like, oh, body shape wise, but you're just like looking at like one of those long nosed dogs and you're like, wow, you're kind of an object head. You have kind of a triangle for an object head, you know? My real life object head dog. Um, yeah, no, Bill Cipher is interesting because he's not exactly a pyramid come to life, but he is also. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but
Oh, this one web series I keep meaning to watch but never really do.
mhm.
It's Battle for something Island, shortened to BFDI.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
One of the guys there is just fire.
Oh, wait.
Battle for Dream Island.
There's just tons and tons of object guys in Adventure Time.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what all those candy people are, huh? Like, it's not entirely object guys in that show, but I would say like over half of the
Yeah.
characters.
No, like I'm just like I'm over here just coming to so many realizations of how widespread this potentially is. And I'm like, oh wow. So many.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
We've cracked the code. Some of them look like those like stick figure fighting games a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but
There's like stick figure fighting animations that I know of.
yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yes. It's just like some of their limbs remind me of that. But it's like semi-recent. At least the thing you linked. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with the object guys? Because I don't want to just be like, I'm taking over and talking about Pokemon again. I can make any episode into a Pokemon episode. That's not true. But it could be true.
Digimon has a lot of them. They are... And you just have a gear that has a face, and people like that.
There's also like toy versions of Digimon that already exist. Like I know there's a toy Agumon.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a Lego man more than anything though. So part of me is like, is Legos cheating? But also when I was younger, probably some of the first guys I ever made were like taking, like Lego, but like instead of making like the things on the box, or like usually I would make those and then like take them apart and make something else. I would make them into what I would call them ships. But they were alive. They were just like living ships, as if they were like living cars from Cars or something. And
Oh yeah, I've seen stuff like that. Living ships.
yeah. And they all just like flew around in space. And they like interacted like it was a fucking shonen anime or something, where they like
Sounds
fought each other, or like, and they got powers if they had the, like, the little Lego pieces that look like crystal instead of just being like a solid color. If they have like a crystal part, they have like extra power, like they have elemental powers. If it's like a red one, they would have fire powers.
Oh, that kind of reminded me. I meant to bring it up earlier
Hmm.
during the transforming joke, but yeah, Transformers are basically object guys.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that came from Microman.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they were cars and now they're guys. But
Yeah.
I like that the show makes it so that like they were actually guys first
Mhm.
and they had to become cars to blend in. I think that's fun because it's like obviously they were made the other way around. Like, yeah.
I will
But
be super brief.
mhm.
Transformers was made using a lot of existing toys. One of the toy lines that they used was called Microman. And it would be like life-size versions of like household objects and stuff. So that's how we have the mini tape recorder, Soundwave,
Oh.
and and then there's others like Blaster, um, Reflector, you know, Perceptor. All those guys were like life-size or kid-sized versions of life-size objects
Mhm.
that turned into robots.
That's funny that it was like recycled from something else. I like didn't
Uh-huh.
really realize that. Even though it kind
Yeah.
of makes sense because they're all like slightly there's a lot of like non-car ones that you're like, where did this come from? But yeah, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, and like the original Megatron toy was a gun, and it had little plastic bullets that you could fire with it.
That rocks. Megatron just becoming a giant fucking gun to kill you with.
No, normal size gun.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking
Transformers
of
doesn't make any sense.
I was just thinking of the regular Megatron size Megatron, like who's large, who's very big,
Mm-hmm.
instead of handheld gun man who can be held by a human.
He's he's held by Starscream
Mm-hmm.
because they have a thing going on.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I bet. I bet Starscream would.
Uh-huh.
Definitely. But is this something like Prime Cuts talks about? I wonder. You listen to more Prime Cuts than I do, Izzy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, no, I was intentionally trying to not go on a big long
oh, sorry.
Transformers tangent.
Sorry, listen to Prime Cuts if you want to hear about Transformers instead of this show.
Yeah. You can find that's another noisepace.xyz podcast.
Yes.
Therefore, it's a good one.
Yes. Sorry, I was like, oh yeah, I guess we shouldn't talk about that right now.
Uh-huh.
Your queen commands it.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Your queen commands it. There's a lot of characters that are like based on like chess pieces and stuff. Like I feel like that's actually I mean, it's kind of like well, chess is based on royalty, but then it's like there's now royalty based on chess and that whole thing.
Oh, speaking of Digimon, those guys are showing up on Big Agu Mondays, the Digimon who are chess pieces.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you've been watching Savers / Data Squad.
Yeah.
I believe you because I don't know the name of it. I just call it Big Agumon.
Yeah, it's Data Squad Savers, but Yeah, and you can watch that if you go into. I'm not trying to plug the Discord early, but I'm gonna. Oops.
Let's do it.
This is a loosey-goosey one, obviously, but yeah, if you want to see those chess piece guys and those Digimon guys.
Yes, this is what happens when Quatra and Emery are not here to hold our hands.
So true.
And if you want to see a hand be a guy, just watch Parasite. No.
I'm sure there's. I was just thinking of from like Adam's Family. There's a guy that's a hand, you know?
Thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was. But the first thing I thought of was that anime that I did not see.
Yeah. We cannot confirm or deny the quality of Parasite. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, did we want to actually go to plugs, or was there like more object stuff you wanted to make sure we discussed games before all that? Because I don't want to cut that all off too soon.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else I want to bring up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's fun to just think about like how pervasive like object guys are.
Way more than I thought going into this.
Yeah. And I'm sure our listeners will have some cool ideas for object guys we missed that they can also talk about in the Discord.
Yes. Meanwhile, Queen, would you like to plug anything?
Anything else that has guys?
No, like your stuff. I mean, you can plug more guy stuff if you'd like to, but yeah, if you wanted to plug your like socials and stuff.
Yeah, okay, so I'm on Tumblr, Dark Wizard James Mason on Tumblr, and I stream on YouTube on Wednesdays and Saturday at 4 Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m.
Yeah, and you post about those sometimes in our Discord. So you can definitely follow your stuff. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Tumblr also and Blue Sky at Haunting the Morgue. You can find me on co-host at Gengar. Find me on my other podcast, the Sonic. I think I'm just gonna say the Sonic Shuffle until we solidify it for sure. Either Sonic Shuffle, Sonic Hustle. Either way, it's a Sonic podcast you can find on Noise Space XYZ, and it's a good one. It's where me, previous guest Dan, and Devin, who I don't think we've gotten on this show yet,
Devin
but
has not come on here. I mean, one of us might not survive, so that's okay.
True. Well, Devin's been a guest on our previous one before. Check out this guy though. So
Yeah, Devin definitely guested on Digimon Ghost Gaze.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
So did I. That's how I ended up in here.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, Digimon? And now I'm talking about guys? Perfect. I'm glad that some people have followed us over to our new endeavors. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for me. And, well, we kind of already plugged your stuff, Izzy, since it's just the Discord.
Yeah, boycott social media. Don't do Twitter or whatever it calls itself. Look,
So true.
earlier this week I accidentally dead named myself, and I will continue to dead name Twitter. Otherwise, don't let me dead name anything.
Yeah, Twitter's the one exception, right? It's hard not to, It's just better branding. And you can, like we've said already, you can vote Noise Space XYZ. You can find us on our social media for the show. Check out this guy on Tumblr and co-host, because we're still trying not to use Twitter, X, whatever.
Boycott the Muskie Man, especially.
Someone called him Musky Husky once, and I want to die. So now everyone else has to hear this and wants to. I'm sorry. But there you go. And I think that wraps up everything, unless, yeah.
We covered everything. Out of order, but we covered everything.
Yeah. Yay! We're not complete failures without the...
There was an order?
Well, we did some things before the end of the episode, so...
But to be fair, it was a good lead-in, you know? Like, it wasn't just like... it wasn't completely all over the place, but...
Yes. Now, let us close back our kimono.
Are there anthro-animal people?
Hey, there's a face on this kimono. They're saying, hey, go make some guys.
Yeah, go make some guys out of stuff like me, the kimono. I think...
Can they be kimono?
You said this wasn't the transformation episode.
God damn it. Future transformation episode.
Okay.
Bye.
I would like that.
Goodbye, folks.
Bye.